Hello everyone, my name is the Chemist77 and welcome to another episode from the Interims SMP. You may notice something different about this episode, and that is you have my lovely face in the bottom left hand corner. And so yeah, I am currently live over on twitch.tv/thechemist77. The reason I am recording my video live is because as a final year uni student, I have got finals and exams and deadlines coming up. So I'm going to be doubling up my streaming and video recording. So the next couple episodes, you might see my face on most of the video. And if you wanted to watch me record these videos live whilst I am, then yeah, do come and check me out on Twitch. Or I do upload all the VODs to my YouTube VODs channel afterwards. Not Twitch.tv. That's just the Chemist77 VODs on YouTube. But anyway, today's episode, we are going to be getting into two big builds, as you can see here from the schematics, and you will be able to tell from the title. We're going to be building a nice big lava farm and a super smelter. Let me pop into free cam so we can see them a bit better. This is, well, if you've seen anything from my mega base, you know I need a lot of copper and a lot of smooth basalt. Basically means I'm going to be doing a lot of smelting. Hence why we need a nice big super smelter, which we have here. And also, as well as our big super smelter, we will need something to fuel said super smelter, which is why we're going to be building this lava farm. So today's video is probably going to be fairly short because it's mostly going to be one massive time lapse. I have our super smelter materials all gathered here, our lava farm materials all gathered here. We've got all the lava buckets. Of course, it's lovely to have shulker boxes now. Last episode, we fought and killed the Ender Dragon, and yep, did loads of fun stuff like that. And we have shulker boxes now, which is very, very exciting, which reminds me, I will actually need to run back and grab a few shulker boxes to put in the lava farm because it runs off a shulker box loader, which you can see just here. But yeah, I'll explain a bit more about how these farms run and stuff once we've built them up. But for now, let's get into a time lapse. And this is going to be a fairly long one because I think we're going to do both of them in one go. And there we go, one big long time up later, we have ourselves a lava farm and a super smelter. Now I've checked everything here should be working properly, we just have to do a proper run with lots of things to smelt and stuff, but the first things first is we need fuel for said super smelter. So we're going to pop in here, and as soon as I step in this piece of string, you will hear the pistons activating, and our inventory is full. So by the time this all loops round, and I'll turn my toggle use on, it might take a little while, but by the time it turns round, we should be getting some lava buckets come through. And so whilst we wait for that to come around, I can show you a bit about how it's working. What we've got is a big long piece of feed tape, and as it goes round, there's a chance that the cauldron will fill with lava. So we have lava above. Doesn't have to be a full block, as you can see here. I've used slabs and dripstone. Now you may notice as well, we've got some slightly odd gaps in here, and there's very good reason for these, and that's because basically, if there was lava here, there'd be the possibility for this cauldron to fill up, which if it happened at the wrong time, and it would have to be a very, very precise wrong time, but if it did happen at the wrong time, this piston here would fire as this piston is trying to push it off, and same goes for all of them. So to just eliminate the chance of that teeny tiny risk happening, there's just no dripstone here. But we should see very soon here as well. You can see it just loops all the way around to the back there, and then up, across to the back there, and then back down. And very soon, in fact on the next run, we should see, boop, we right click, and because our inventory is full, the lava bucket just pops out. Should see it again in a second. There it goes. And we're stood on a slab on a hopper here, and every time this hopper picks up an item, this comparator will fire. You can see it going there, which triggers this dropper, and this dropper has loads of buckets in. These are all filled with buckets up to here, and this runs into a shulker box loader basically, like so. But I'm going to sit here for a little bit and get 2-3 shulker boxes of lava buckets that we can pop into the super smelter, and yeah, I'll bring you back then when we can run that. Okie dokie, so I have plenty of lava buckets just here, and we can run them into the shulker box input just here, like so, and we should see them end up there. There is a little double chest here for a buffer, so we should see this empty out, new one goes in, and the empty shulker boxes go into a little barrel just here. Currently the fuel is turned off, as denoted by this switch here. I've also brought over all of my copper, so we're going to run this in the blast smeltables, because that is the neat little thing about this furnace array that I've designed here, is there's actually 2 furnace arrays in one. So if I come down here, you can see on one side we have 40 blast furnaces, and on the other side we have 40 regular furnaces here. And by flicking a lever, if I pop myself back up here, particularly this lever, we will change the shape. I said we will change, there we go, we will change the shape of this rail here. And so that's going to determine whether our fuel is going to go, in this case, straight and around the regular furnaces, or if I flick it now, it's going to go across to the side and fuel the blast furnaces. Now this is done just by toggling a redstone signal into this target block, which then does fun stuff like that. Now obviously if we're doing the copper, we're going to want the blast furnaces. So I'm going to take out a bunch of this and keep filling this up until eventually eventually that is just about full, and then we can turn on our blast smeltables. This is gonna send these off. Now these flow very slowly underneath this chest here, so they pick up lots of items. I can't remember exactly how many items they're picking up, but it's enough to at least fill everything up once. And so they're going to keep going around. And now I should be able to turn the fueling on, which sends all of these round. And we should... Okay, you can't really see it because of how I've got the furnaces placed, but you can hear... And I won't go down there so I don't mess up the minecarts. But you can see in the bottom right there, blast furnace crackles, everything is running nicely. And so you can just keep watching the fuel go around. And basically, as long as there's lava buckets in these minecarts, they will keep going around. You can see now they've stopped. That means all the fuel is out, so we can turn that off. And we can see the copper constantly running down here. I have tested this in creative and timed it, so there should be enough items going through that there's not a deficit. It's not smelting items faster than it's filling them up, if that makes sense. And the same system is over here with the regular smeltables as well. So say if I wanted to smelt cactus into green dye, I could fill this chest up with a bunch of cactus. Flick the lever to fuel the regular furnaces and run it again. The other thing... Oh wait, the other thing that I've not done is turn the collection system on. So that lever there sends these minecarts off, which we'll then notice as they come around here, empty out copper, and should also empty out buckets. However, there is a lot of copper in these furnaces because I forgot to... yeah, I was stupid. There we go, there's the buckets. And so the buckets get picked up by these filters just here. You can see the filter working there. And should... There we go, end up in here like so. So we've got 4 filters along the back there for the buckets. Because of course the bucket's only stacked to 16. And yeah, all the empty buckets end up in here. We can take those back over to the lava farm just down there. And yeah, that is so. But I'm very pleased... Oh, Thomas is back. I'm very pleased to have this up and running now. This is going to really help us with resource gathering for our mega base. I'm also planning on doing a terracotta shop once we've got some more dye stuff up and running. We're going to use all the clay from there, which we will smelt into terracotta and then into glazed terracotta. So this is going to be a lot of help with that. And but yes, but I think that will do it for today's episode. One big time lapse, some very cool farms slash contraption that I custom designed by myself. And yeah, but that will do it for me for today. Thank you everyone for watching as I stand there on my little super smelter. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!